Welcome to Cryptid Mysteries, where we investigate the existence of cryptids.
Are they real? Or can we finally uncover the truth?
We'll analyze the legend, compare the evidence, and then head on site to see if we can solve the mystery. I'm Peter.
And I'm Trevor.
And this week, we're heading to Pennsylvania to investigate the Squonk. So this is Squonk country, huh?
Sure is. Squonkalicious.
Well, we're doing this investigation a little bit differently because the squonk only comes out either at dawn or dusk.
I'm ready to find some squonks and help them boost their self-esteem and morale and help them get on track with their life. Maybe go back to school, get a career, get a girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever, and really get their shit back together and try not to evaporate into a puddle of tears.
The squonk is a cryptid creature that was first mentioned in the 1910 book by William T. Cox, Fearsome Creatures of the Lumberwood. Described as a pig-like figure, the squonk is believed to live deep within the Hemlock Forests of Pennsylvania. The squonk is typically seen around dusk or dawn, but can also be spotted on clear moonlit nights. Since the squonk is so hard to find, its size has been widely disputed. Some believe they can be as large as a few feet tall, while others believe them to just be a few inches in size. What is undeniable about the squonk, however, is its unpleasant physical appearance. Commonly described as being the ugliest creature in the world, the squonk has misfitting skin and is completely covered in warts and moles. Due to its appearance, the squonk is said to always be in a constant state of unhappiness, and experienced trackers are said to be able to find the creature by following the trail of tears it leaves behind and by listening for the faint sounds of crying deep within the dense hemlock forests. Feel really bad for this one.
Yeah, me too. I mean, first they described it as looking like a pig, and then I was like, I'd be pretty bummed out if I looked like a cop too.
Nice.
Once you just started describing the size of the thing, I was like, oh, okay, I mean like the animal.
You've never seen a tiny cop? Since the Hemlock Forest is where the squonk is said to be found, this is where we will begin our investigation. First, we'll head to the area during the day to see if there is any evidence we can uncover of the squonk in broad daylight. We'll then establish a search area based on eyewitness accounts, and then place trail cameras in random locations near where the squonk has been seen in hopes of capturing visual or audio evidence of the creature. Finally, Trevor and I will head back, this time at night, to see if we can find evidence of the squonk lurking under the cover of darkness.
All we have to do apparently is follow its tears.
Yeah.
It leaves a big trail of tears. I don't know how much liquid this thing's exuding.
The legend of the squonk first emerged from the Hemlock Forests of Pennsylvania during the 19th century. It was here that lumberjacks and loggers working deep within these woods began sharing tales of this peculiar creature. Like many woodland mysteries, the tale of the squonk emerged as people sought to explain the strange sounds and phenomena that echoed through these dense forests. And with an abundance of thick sheltering branches, the hemlocks create a natural sanctuary where countless small creatures can hide, and perhaps among them, the elusive squonk itself. While most legendary cryptid creatures are known for their imposing size or fearsome nature, squonks have never been considered dangerous or aggressive. Even though their population numbers remain a mystery, they're thought to exist as a species rather than as a single creature. Since squonks are believed to be extremely shy, they are considered to be one of the most elusive cryptids, preferring to live in the densest and most remote parts of the hemlock forests.
I mean, at least you know the squonk is getting laid, so you can't be too sad about that.
That's what I mean. It's like if it's multiple squonks and you all look the same, there's got to be then levels of like hotness,
I guess, yeah.
within the ugliness.
In that case, is it the uglier they are, the more attractive they are to other squonks, or is
That
it the
could
more
be.
attractive they are, they're more attractive to
I would
other
have to
squonks?
say that if I were to believe this story, that it would be the uglier, the more they like
Desirable?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
The squonk only comes out at night, not because it's hiding from predators. Rather, this shy creature stays in the dark because they believe that they are too ugly to be seen. These gentle creatures are so unhappy with their own appearance that they spend all of their time crying softly as they move through the forest. It's thought that you can tell when a squonk has passed by from the trail of tears it leaves behind in its wake.
I mean, it should make itself easier to find, though, because we have a lot of advancements in technology. I know some good plastic surgeons that I could refer it to. You know?
If you are ugly, like that's kind of your thing. I mean, there's
a
plenty
niche
of
for
ugly
everyone.
people.
The Squonk could start an OnlyFans. I'm sure it would be huge.
Huge. Oh my God. I mean, the folds in its skin alone.
Yeah.
This is making me so horny.
I'd subscribe to that. I'd buy that for $1.
While the Squonk's ugly looks cause it to always be in a sad state of mind, Squonks have a more unfortunate feature that makes life especially hard. The Squonk has webbing in between its toes, but only on its left side, causing this poor creature to continually swim in circles when it finds itself in water until it inevitably drowns.
You think they're fans of The Cure? Just listen to that song, Boys Don't Cry, and just cry to it all day. Like, I'm trying.
Adding more salt to the wound, because the Squonk needs more. The Squonk is considered to have a very low level of intelligence.
I mean, if you swim around in a circle until you die, I don't think that's so bright. So
yeah, but to be fair, it has webbing on one of its feet. So it's kind of like has this terrible disadvantage in life.
How do they fucking keep living then if they're this fucking dumb?
Maybe they're like rabbits and they just breed
they just
so much.
have hundreds and hundreds of kids in their litter.
In theory, catching a Squonk does not appear to be very difficult. However, keeping a Squonk captive has proven to be impossible. It is widely noted that when a Squonk is cornered and has no way to escape, the creature will just dissolve itself into a puddle of its own tears.
We're coming back with a bucket of water and being like, look, we found one. It's tears.
There was a Squonk in here, I promise you. And it just cried itself into a puddle of tears.
We didn't catch it on camera. Getting a head start because you guys can walk a lot faster than me right now.
See how far Trevor will go before he notices that we're not following him. It's funny if Trevor just takes a tumble right here. Just
Fucker's coming.
yeah, we're coming. Hey, if there's any creatures in here, this guy Trevor is our bait.
Yeah.
You may attack him now.
Oh my God, please.
Any crybaby cryptids around here? Anybody? This is a massive trail of tears right here.
Yeah.
This must be a massive Squonk that comes right through here.
It's one sad squank.
The closest anyone has ever come to capturing the Squonk occurred sometime around 1910, when a man claimed he had cornered and caught a Squonk inside his burlap bag. When he opened it to show everyone what he had captured, there was nothing inside except for a pool of water, which was said to be from the Squonk having melted into its own tears. The most famous account you may hear about the Squonk comes from the legendary Paul Bunyan and his Great Blue Ox from 1926. While Bunyan and his logging crew were cutting down hemlock trees, they began to hear strange crying sounds in the distance.
That was just two lumberjacks butt fucking each other. Like, we have to come up with something.
There's a Squonk.
Yeah,
We're the Squonk over there. Don't look down here at all. The men then began to mimic the Squonk's cries, hoping it would get just close enough for them to capture the creature. When the Squonk was only a few feet away, the men jumped out at the last second and caught the creature in a bag. However, when they looked inside, the Squonk was nowhere to be found, and all that remained was just some salt water and a few bubbles.
Do you think they tasted it to know it was salt water?
Oh, absolutely. How would you know? These were the people that were eating mushrooms that they shouldn't be
How did
eating.
we survive?
I guess all the ones that took those chances of just tasting shit,
Yeah.
they died. I'm gonna head down that way.
Okay.
Hold it down.
I will do just that.
I know you will.
What has upset the Squonk so much that they're just constantly depressed? Besides, oh yeah, it ugly. What kind of ugly person was the first one to upset the Squonk in such a manner that it has been crying for hundreds of years?
I'm crying. I'm a Squonk. I could be your therapist, Squonk. Just tell me what's wrong. Oh, God.
We brought SSRIs.
You don't know what that is, but it's drugs.
While many believe in the squonk's existence, others have tried to give other explanations of what the squonk may be. Some believe that the squonk is a fearsome critter, which is a term that is used for completely made-up creatures and spread by lumberjacks and loggers as they travel between camps, swapping stories. While some fearsome critters were just tall tales meant to entertain, others helped explain mysterious sounds that were heard deep within the dense forests. Some stories were used to explain away strange events, including the hide behind, which was a fictitious creature that was blamed when loggers would mysteriously go missing. Another example was the tree squeak, which was used to explain strange noises heard deep within the forest.
The hide behind, also the reach around.
Yeah. You got the hide behind, the reach around, the upsy-doo, the doozy down.
The tree squeak was usually the lumberjack.
That's only heard upon initial penetration.
After that, it's a different cryptid.
That's the tree moan. Oh! The legend of the squonk, with its endless tears and unfortunate fate, has grown into more than just a logger's tale. It's now part of Pennsylvania's rich folklore, reminding us that even the saddest creatures have their own special place in the stories we tell. And who knows, perhaps somewhere in the dense hemlock forest, the shy, weeping squonk are still out there, swimming in circles, hiding from our watchful eyes.
Squonk!
That went far. Stop. Fuck off. Eat a dick.
Yell that into the void.
Eat a dick! It's fucking bother Charlie.
What's getting you?
Fucking big ass hornet.
Let's try eat a dick again.
Eat a dick!
All right, no squonks here. It's time to come back later tonight.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's definitely an animal.
It woke up some coyotes.
Now it's offended. So now it's time to move into the night investigation. Here's how our night investigation will work. First, we'll set up a wide circular perimeter in a remote section of the Hemlock Forest region. We'll then place our infrared trail cameras around our perimeter in hopes of catching photo or video evidence of the squonk moving under the cover of darkness. Finally, Trevor and I will head into the search area with our mix of tools in an attempt to gather any physical evidence we can find of the squonk lurking or crying in the shadows.
Now you're fucking squonking.
Wish we could get that plane to tell us if we're going the right way for a squonk.
Think it's a squonk plane?
Squonk plane.
7 Squonky 7.
Scanning for squonks. Got something.
Is it small and pig-like?
It's kind of small. Using a thermal camera gives us the ability to observe both hot and cold temperature variations in our surroundings that can't be seen with the naked eye alone. Seeing hot spots on our camera can potentially help us to reveal the location of an elusive cryptozoological creature that typically evades other conventional detection methods. There's something right there.
Should I go try and chase it?
Go for it.
I think it's just a rock, Peter.
It's just a rock?
Yeah.
Well then. Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure it's just a rock?
Yeah. There's nothing else over here.
Oh, okay. That's like weird. It like appeared and then as you got closer it disappeared.
Oh.
Well, it's a good thing I came prepared because this is definitely some bear mace territory.
Yeah. Bad bear. Ow.
Squonk. Where are you, Squonk? Are you here?
Getting into the thicket.
Yeah, we are.
Like my thicket of pubes.
I mean, hey, if we're gonna see a squonk. Ah! Let's head over in this direction.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well, also as an addition too.
Because we wanted to go over here. Squonky, 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 squonk, squonk. It's so much easier to do a night investigation when there's light out.
Right?
It's like, why didn't we think of this before? Hey, Squonk, come on out. We just wanna tell your story. We're here to make you feel good about yourself. You're not ugly. Right, Trevor? It's not ugly.
It hurts me, dear, that you don't have any faith in yourself. But I've got faith in you.
We just want to help you. Help us help you.
Maximum zoomage. Scanning the horizon. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Squonk, Squonkington.
Beep, 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 beep.
Where are you? Trevor,
Ah,
I'm gonna go down the hill.
okay.
Investigate down by this river. Hopefully nothing gets me. Just want to see a squonk. Just one squonk. That's all I ask. Just one cryptid, you know? Just one cryptid. Hemlocks are nice though. They are very nice. I would definitely live here if I were depressed. Drink my depresso espresso. Oh, almost. Please, just no bears or mountain lions or dinosaurs or once used to be dinosaurs that are now birds.
My shot during the day is kind of cool. Watch when it changes though. Just like,
Time to get out of here.
a wild Peter approaches, sneaking stealthily through the woods, not to alert any squonks in the area.
That was nice, but definitely a hike. I was hearing some stuff down there. I don't know what it was. It sounded like a lot of wrestling around down at the water, but.
Oh yeah, I heard something over there that was like,
Over that way?
yeah.
That was going.
No, just like one.
Just a bird burping.
Sound like, yeah, it could be like a turkey or something. I did hear stuff over here too, but it was just,
In here?
yeah, rustling.
All right, I'm gonna take a little break
Yeah.
and just sit on this here log.
I got a fucking log you could sit on.
Oh yeah.
You hear that?
You hear that, right? The fuck was that? It was just two Amish people having sex.
Yeah. It's getting closer.
Oh, what the f- There's two of them. The fuck is that? It's like right on the other side of the hill. The fuck? This is seriously freaking me the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Probably coyotes.
Oh, fuck off. It better not be fucking coyotes. I think they're passing above us. Fuck. Do you remember which way the car is?
I think that way.
All right, Trevor, why don't you hang out here and start doing your sexy mating calls? Woo! Woo! Now remember, you gotta eat a dick. No. No, you gotta scream, eat a dick. That's what got everything
Eat a
going.
dick! Eat a dick! Eat a dick! Eat a dick! Eat a dick!
I'm gonna walk down the trail a little bit and see what happens. I'm gonna do a little solo investigation. Walk down this trail alone. Hopefully there's no bears. It's okay. I've got my mace. It's okay. I've got my mace. Nothing is here to hurt me. Squonk, come on out. If you're a cryptid, you have to come out by law. That's the rules.
I wasn't looking at cryptid porn.
That's them rules.
I wasn't reading cryptic erotica.
What the fuck was that?
Close encounters with the Yeti kind.
Stuff's just falling from the trees.
Definitely not really hot and really erotic. There's one where the squonk makes an appearance too. And Bigfoot and squonk just have at it. But the Bigfoot's a lady Bigfoot, so the squonk is like trying to mount her and shit. It was really funny.
Nothing out tonight.
Peter, come back. Trevor's starting to get hungry.
Is that a car?
Ready to do some outro?
Are you ready to do some outro?
Yeah.
All right, Trevor, we've come to the end of the night.
We sure have.
No crying, which I guess is good. But I think it's time to get out of here and move on. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Pretty bummed we didn't see a squonk,
I
but
know.
heard some cool stuff.
Doesn't mean it's not out here. It's just Cryptid Daddies didn't hear it tonight.
No.
Well, can't stay here forever, even though the Hemlocks are a great place. So I say we get out of here.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Wonder what squonks like to eat.
Their own tears.
Yeah. Saltwater, saline solution.
Goodbye, Squonk. We love you. Just hope you know that. We love you, Squonk. Lots of people love you. The legend of the Squonk speaks of a shy, gentle creature said to continually weep over their own ugliness. While some may dismiss the Squonk as just an old logger's legend, maybe the Squonk story is less about being a real creature and more about something that is found deep inside all of us. Maybe that's why the Squonk's tale still echoes through the Hemlocks after all of these years, to remind us that no matter how different we are, that we can all have our own special place in this world. So the question remains, did we solve the mystery?
Or is the squonk still out there, wandering like a weeping wuss, just waiting to be found?
Only you can decide.